Hey guys, Arleesha here and welcome to another video. Today I really wanted to take the opportunity to relax with you all and just reflect a little bit. I feel like every week is a little bit of relaxing with you, but if you're not familiar with my face, this video is going to be the painting of one of these little self-portraits that I sketched recently. I will be recording the process for the other two, but I'll probably be sharing those over on Patreon because I have some things planned for the coming weeks and I don't want to space these too far apart from one another. So if you are a patron over on Patreon, you will probably have access to... I've already filmed the second one and the third one will be coming soon. Another quick thing I wanted to mention at the beginning of this video is I've kind of been teasing at some news that's coming, and I can tell you now that I will finally be able to talk to you guys about that next week. So thank you all so much for your patience. Also, thank you all for your, I guess, concern with my last video. You know, there was that little bit of audio that didn't get edited, and you guys were so kind and sweet and checking in on me just to make sure I'm taking care of myself. And as far as the voiceover recording goes, that's pretty much how voiceover recordings go. So the stops and starts and repeating myself, that's just kind of the habit that I've gotten into for recording voiceovers, and I usually just cut that out and keep the best takes. So I'm glad I got to share a little bit of that insight with you, and thank you for checking in on me. I am doing well, and I'll be able to talk to you guys more about that next week. Things have just been crazy, you know, with everything going on currently in the United States and also in the world, and I've been having a lot of family ordeals as well, but we're all safe, so that's good, and we're all happy and doing well here in my home. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you for reaching out and expressing your care and your concern. It really meant a lot to me. Today I am going to be using my Peerless watercolors, so I'm doing a couple of things different today, and it's kind of the nature of what's going on right now in our lives. But I have my Peerless watercolors out, and I'm also filming this video on my phone, so hopefully it looks okay still. I do like the stand that I have for my phone in that I'm able to film videos from slightly different angles, and I really like being able to do that. And I'm able to give you guys a little bit of a better view as far as like, this is what it would look like kind of if you were looking over my shoulder, or if we were sitting next to each other and I was painting, it would look a little more like this. I haven't used my Peerless watercolors, these sheets, in a while, but I do really enjoy them. They're dye-based, so they work a bit more like an ink, and I just really like how clean and vibrant the colors are. I believe I can put a link down. This video isn't necessarily like Peerless didn't reach out to me to make this video. I just really wanted to use these paints today. If you are interested in Peerless watercolors, I'll leave a link down in the description because I am a Peerless affiliate. So if you do place an order with them, I earn a small commission, but you can also get like a free mystery color with your order. Just mentioning that because I am using them today. I wanted to talk a little bit also about the fact that I am working on a self-portrait today, which is not something that I do super often. In the last couple of years, I've been trying to do self-portraits more often because I find them to be very useful in so many ways. So I think one of the things that deterred me initially was in doing self-portraits, especially after I had learned more about anatomy, I started to, and this is silly because everyone's face is different and unique, I started to notice the features about my head and my face that were, I don't want to say irregular, but that were different from like things I usually gravitate towards. I know that sounds a little weird, but things like the shape of my mouth and my jaw and my cheekbones and my nose. You know, I have very like kind of open, wide nostrils and a kind of large straight nose, and I have my upper jaw, I guess, or my upper like mandible, it sticks out, and I have kind of protruding like brow bones, things like that. These aren't necessarily bad things, they're just things that I had noticed, and they're things that when I first started doing self-portraits, I guess I could say, I don't want to say I didn't like them because that's a little bit too harsh, because I do like my face. But it was like, oh, if I could choose a face to paint, it wouldn't be mine. At least that was how I felt early on. First getting started and first exploring the idea of a self-portrait. As more time passes and as I grow in skill, but also just in general, as I get older, I appreciate the subtleties of the self-portrait, the opportunity to capture how I'm feeling. I mean, art is always kind of that, capturing how you're feeling. But when it's in the form of a self-portrait, it's so much more direct, so I'm not trying to show how I'm feeling through color palettes or just style or just composition. It's literally my face, and as time passes, I'm getting better and better at capturing my own likeness, which is exciting. And there's also something really liberating about drawing or painting yourself, because it's a reference that you can never overuse, like you never have to worry about whether or not you have the rights or the permission to use your own face. And you also can, if you like to take pictures of people to paint, doing self-portraits gives so much freedom, because you can either take pictures of yourself at literally any angle, anytime you want. You never have to wait for somebody to be around, or you don't have to search and search and search for just the right angle, because you always have your face. And whether you take pictures like I did with my phone, or if you have a mirror nearby and you're referencing yourself from the mirror, you always have your face. And it's an amazing way, I think, to learn about the features that make you unique and the things that, make you different. And those things are always beautiful. And it's so difficult to define in words what makes this process so special. And if you do self-portraits, or if you're familiar with that process, you know what I mean. It's something about, it's not necessarily like doing makeup, which I can't really relate to very much because I don't really wear makeup hardly ever at all. I can't remember the last time I even tried. Maybe when, in that teenage phase, when I was like a freshman in high school and I thought I wanted to wear eyeliner, like super emo heavy eyeliner. There was like that phase that lasted a couple of months or something. But other than that, I don't have any experience with makeup. So it's not necessarily exactly like that. It's about portraying how you feel to yourself. Like, not necessarily how you look in your mind's eye, but when you look inside of your own head and inside of your own heart, what does that feel like? And you can represent that on your own face. And that's just, it's just a special thing. If I had to try to say in words what this particular self-portrait says about how I was feeling when I painted it, it's difficult to try to quantify, but I'll do my best. And hopefully, if you don't want to kind of be influenced by my opinion, you can skip ahead to the end and check out the finished portrait and see what you think it says about how I've been feeling. And then you can hop back here and listen to my thoughts about it. And I mean, I know my videos are usually pretty rambly and just a stream of consciousness things, but specifically in terms of painting my own face, we get extra amounts of that. And with this self-portrait, I was feeling tired and just kind of stalled out on life. Like I was waiting for things to happen and in this weird limbo of I need time to pass, but I don't know what I can do now, and I don't have the energy to do things now, and just trying to hold my little world and my little family together while outside pieces seemed to all just be kind of crumbling apart, while at the same time feeling hopeful and knowing that as long as I had what I have, having my husband and my children and our faith, and knowing that as long as I had those things, that we were going to be happy and we were going to be able to smile together and enjoy each other. And it's draining, you know, when there's things outside of your control that just make the world feel like you can't imagine, you know, the world still spinning in 5 years or in 10 years. So it's difficult when those sorts of things are happening. But at the same time, I was feeling so sure that everything I had, specifically my family and the lives that we've been building for ourselves, knowing that I wasn't going to lose those things and that I had them and that I loved them. And there is a reassurance in that. And if you are following me on Patreon, you'll notice that by the time I painted the second self-portrait, maybe you'll notice, I was actually feeling worse because, you know, sometimes things don't quite go your way and you're like, oh, this is draining and exhausting, but it's okay. And by the time I painted the second one, the things that I was still holding on to and looking forward to as far as the timing of events it got worse. So again, I want to reiterate that I'm happy. And since having filmed these videos, my concerns have been answered and things are so good right now. Like, I cannot wait to share next week's news with you guys because it's just the first step towards the rest of our lives, to be honest. And it's going to be so good, and I'm going to get to share so many more amazing things with you all. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited about it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you are all taking care of yourselves. It's as it has been, as we've been saying, it feels like forever, but especially this year, it's just crazy times. And there's really no better time to take stock, I guess, and to really look at in a new light, if possible, the things that we have to be grateful for. If you live, you know, in the northern hemisphere and it's fall where you are, if, you know, it's that autumn season, I love when I get to go for walks in the morning and see the leaves falling off of the trees. Like, yellow is my favorite fall color, and I love it when trees have yellow leaves and it looks like they just glow from the inside. That's one of my favorite things about fall. And I like rainy days as a reason to get to sit inside or sit on a front porch or on a back porch and just enjoy those quiet moments where it's like, I don't have to be out. I don't have to be doing things. I can just enjoy that time with my family. Like this morning, I was going for a walk with my kiddos and we just stopped under this giant maple tree that had yellow leaves, and it was a little bit breezy, so the leaves were falling, and my kids were so happy to try to catch leaves. And we were on our way somewhere, and we were kind of on a schedule, so we didn't have a ton of time, but we were able to just stop and laugh and run around together and try to catch leaves. And my daughter caught a leaf and she was so happy, and she carried it for the rest of her walk because it was a leaf that fell out of a tree and she caught it and it didn't even touch the ground. And she was so happy about it. And my son lost his first tooth yesterday. And there's just so many little things to be grateful for and to be joyful for. So while it is draining and it is exhausting, and there's always going to be things happening and going on, it's the same thing that I have to tell my daughter when she gets blamed for things she didn't do at school, or if she gets teased, just to tell her that she can't always control the way other people react to her or the way other people treat her, but she can control her actions. And by controlling our actions, we can control our mindsets. And it's not easy, but it's the kind of thing that is so valuable to do and to learn. And I'm so grateful for my kiddos. They have such kind hearts, and I'm just feeling happy, feeling grateful, feeling hopeful, and happy that I have even videos like this where I know when I filmed this, because this is not the video I wanted to be sharing with you guys this week. I wanted to be sharing the news with you this week, but it didn't happen when I wanted it to. So I had to work more and wait and put this together, even though I wanted to be moving forward and I wanted to be sharing new things with you guys. So it was difficult, but ultimately I'm so grateful to have this to look back on and to get to share with you all. As always, I'm so grateful to my patrons and my members here on YouTube who already know what the news is, by the way. So if you're looking for, some early updates on the news, you can find that as a YouTube member or a patron. We've already been talking about it. And I'm so thankful to you guys for your support. So thank you for being amazing. And thank you to all of you for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.